Hey, sports fans, this is Robert with WTP Sports Dudes here live tonight with my man Level Up Sports 10, Mossberg. How you feeling today, bro?
Pretty good this evening. Pretty good. Appreciate you having me as always, and just ready for another great stream like we always do.
I'm glad you could make it tonight, bro. That was very, very good last night, bro. I got a
Oh,
chance to
appreciate
watch it a few times. You did a fantastic job, man, and I'm glad you was able to do your thing.
I appreciate you for letting me do that. And I had a little nerves, like just preparing for it, and did a little preparation and learning from tonight. I was like, I know how to attack it a little more, it was fun though. I really enjoyed it.
Cool, cool. Tonight's show, we're going to talk about college football and some of the things that have been exciting about college football and some of the things that have been, excuse me, a little nuts.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, this college football season has had tremendous excitement and it's had some nutty stuff happening, man. And I'm sitting there like, I don't know if
Yes.
I ever remember a college football season that has been filled with both, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. I've been feeling the same way myself. Like just really like I don't know, just watching it, but like you said, it's different. You see it so much. Players that's not played a lot, players transferring, then the talent level and just the games within itself. And then of course, the two-way star we seeing today as well. So, just a lot of little things that making the college football that much more exciting as well.
Yeah, and then when you think about the excitement of it and you think about the stuff being a little nuts, they can almost go hand in hand because you see Alabama lose to Vanderbilt. For Vanderbilt fans, that's exciting, right? But the
Right.
Alabama fans, they're like, this is nuts. There's no way we're going to lose this game to freaking Vanderbilt. But they do,
Exactly.
right? And
Right.
then at the end of the game, their player goes and kicks the football after the referee lays it down. That's
Right.
nuts, man.
Nuts, man. It's crazy.
I'm like, wow. And then the Oregon Ohio State game, Oregon player spits on Ohio State player.
Right in the middle of the game.
Nuts, bro.
Nuts.
I
And
never
then,
seen any of that ever in my life. As long as
yeah,
I've been watching football, somebody spit on, well, in the NFL, I think the linebacker for Denver Broncos spit on
never.
somebody.
Yep. But
But I ain't never
outside
seen
of
it at a
that,
college game.
yeah. And then even with watching the Texas, Georgia, the bottle throwing, like it was insane because I was watching the TV, went to the bathroom, came back, and all I see is bottles everywhere. The coach, and I'm like, what just happened? So I didn't see that instant, but I was just like, it was crazy. And then it went back to Texas, So what happened was, just crazy. And like you said, just the spitting on the face. It's been a lot this year, man. It's been crazy.
Yeah, yeah. We're going to talk about some questions tonight that sort of is in both of those areas, excitement and a little bit nuts. I was
Gotcha.
like, man, some of this stuff has been nuts, really.
Yes, I agree.
So let's go ahead and get started. As our man City League TV comes in.
Good
Yes,
to see
sir.
you.
Yes, sir.
Good to see you.
What it do? Good to see y'all too, fellas.
Good to see you too, bro. I'm laughing
Yes,
because
sir.
I ain't never see you come in with the A line on.
that what's today?
Hey,
Tuesday? Mealtime.
it was a rough day. Hey, it was a rough day today, man. Tuesday, my long day.
Gotcha, gotcha.
Tuesday, my
Oh,
long day. So you know,
when you see
it's long.
somebody with an A
I'm
line
just
on,
now getting a chance to sit down.
oh,
Gotcha.
okay. When you see somebody with an A line on, you think it's about to be a rumble about to happen. You
Yeah,
know,
Right,
they come up and
righteous,
chat.
righteous.
Yeah, well, let's do
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
yeah, man. Yes, sir.
All right, well, let's
Yeah,
go
we
with the
know.
first
We know.
question.
I'm out of uniform, but it's all right.
Oh yeah, you good, you good, you good. So, what's your thoughts on the referees changing the call in that Georgia Texas game. What's your thoughts on that?
I just told you I went from one part of the living room to the next, came back, bottles everywhere, and I believe it was a big play down. I wasn't for sure what the call was, and the one thing I said was, man, the bottles changed everything, and all I know is Texas had the ball, and it must have been some craziness.
Yeah, it was just wild, just wild, just something that you're just not used to seeing. So it was. I really didn't think nothing of it, just because it was the SEC and it was just ignorant, you know. So yeah, that's the SEC. They do what they want to do down there.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a Texas fan, and under no circumstances did I expect or want that referee to change the call. Now, they changed the call, and it was the right call. That it was not a pass interference, in my opinion. I think it was the right call. But if you're going to make that call, go ahead and stay with it, man. I mean, you made it for a reason. So whatever your reasoning was for making the call, stand on that, man, and let the game go on. Because we watch so much sports, so many football games, basketball games. We know referees going to make mistakes, man. It happens. It happens all the time. So go ahead and stick with your call, man. And I hope that the bottles ain't what made them change their call, but it sort of looks like that's what.
So time out. So that was a pass interference call that they changed?
They called a pass interference on Texas defensive back Jahdae Barron, who actually intercepted the ball too. And
so that was the one
like the 8 or 9 yard line. And they called pass interference on him on that play. And then they got together because the bottles got thrown out there. That's what made them start talking about it. Otherwise, Georgia could have snapped the ball and went on with the next play. But since they threw the bottles out there, the referees got together and changed the call.
Wow.
No,
I didn't know you could change. I didn't know you could change those type of calls. I didn't know we was now going back to the camera and saying if it was a pass interference or not. As far as I know, a pass interference, it is what it is, and nobody can challenge it. They can't call from Vegas and say, "Hey, that wasn't a pass interference."
Right. And now that I think about it, I remember at that point when that call was made, I was like, man, that's going to put more points on the board for Georgia. I said, this game could get ugly real quick. And that's when I had went and used the bathroom. And when I came back and seen, I was like, whoa, I said, they changed the call. And, seeing all the bottles collectively everywhere. And I was like, man, they must have been hitting him with some of the bottles or something. So that was definitely, a big call. And he ended up with 3 interceptions, I believe, in that game.
Ended up with 2.
Number 7.
Yeah. 3. Well, he ended up getting 2, yeah.
And, it
would have been different had he threw the flag, then the referees got together and talked it over before they ever announced that it was a pass interference, put the ball down and all that. Then here come the bottles. If they would have congregated first, talked about it before the guy even announced that it was a pass interference, then that would have been different. But they made the call, and it should have been that, in my opinion. And I'm a Texas fan, and I don't want to see that happen ever again.
Yeah.
Is Indiana for real?
They're good. They're good. They're a good football program, and excuse me, you're gonna have to come with your hard hat on. We have to treat them now just like we treat Ohio State. So now we have to look at that schedule and say, okay, they're undefeated. Now we have to look at that schedule and see who they beat, and they really haven't beat anybody, but they're kicking ass. So these teams aren't scoring many touchdowns on them. They're playing solid defense against these teams. I think Indiana is a really, really good team. And we're just going to have to wait until they play Ohio State to see how good that Indiana team is. Even a close loss to Ohio State will say that, okay, that Indiana team, they're ready to compete. on another level. Now, if you beat Ohio State, the sky's the limit. Now we're expecting for you to run the tables.
I'm gonna say they for real. And the reason I say for real is because when we were speaking earlier this season, we didn't know about them, and we felt Nebraska was a team that, if we asked this question, would have been for real over Indiana. Now, I did some research on Indiana. The reason I'm gonna say they for real, like you said, like City League said, they don't really give up touchdowns. They don't give up the big play. They have a two-back tandem, 73 carries, 76 carries, one with 500 yards, one with almost 400 yards. They both have 8 touchdowns, which is crazy. And then their kicker, perfecto, 47 for 47 on the season. As a defense, they're physical. And the one thing I'm going to just say is the quarterback, he's found 16 different receivers, 148 total catches.
Well, the quarterback is out. I heard quarterback done for the season, right? That changes everything.
So he is out this week.
Yeah, he's out.
Indiana's quarterback is out?
Yeah, he's out. He may be out for the season.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, that hurts everything, but I don't know if he's out for the season, but my cousin said he continued to watch that game, and he said that backup quarterback came in, and they never missed a step. And when you have a program as good as Indiana right now, and is playing the way that Indiana is playing, you would expect that backup will be able to come in and just step in those shoes and just make these right plays that's set up and available for you to run out here. And it looked like that's what he did when he went in there for him.
Yeah,
he continued to put points up on the scoreboard.
And the thing I noticed is that when, like you said, he didn't miss a beat, and it was good that you said that, because when you able to still put up that 40+ points, you know, he came in before that and continued to push that. And that's something they've done for 5-6 straight weeks now, I believe. 5 weeks.
Yeah.
And, you know, you don't hear of that with Indiana. So, you know, with knowing that quarterback stepped in, I didn't know it's the possibility of the season. Now, that test against Ohio State is the only game I want to see. And I know how tough of a team Ohio State is. And I feel like that'll be like, you know.
Well, they actually play Michigan before they play us.
I'm gonna be honest.
So we'll definitely know with Michigan, but I'm expecting it. If Illinois beat Michigan, I'm looking for Indiana to beat Michigan pretty soundly too.
Is that
if they're the truth? So we also should have that on there too, bro, about Illinois, because they out here playing some ball.
Yeah. They definitely,
and they have a favorable schedule moving on too as well.
Yeah, because they the way they played after this weekend, I was like, man, they really didn't miss a beat. And like we spoke about, teams taking losses. Is it at the right time of the season for them to have that loss, for them to mature and get better? You know, things like that. And that Illinois team, that is something that I think happened with them. You know, they took a loss and they've definitely grown from it, as we see with that big win over the weekend Saturday.
Yeah.
Man, look, they even though they got this quarterback injured, they are favored percentage-wise, 83.5% chance to win against Washington, 80.6% chance to win at Michigan State, 77.4% chance to beat Michigan. Now, they only got a 25% chance to beat Ohio State, but then they got a 95% chance to beat Purdue at the last game of the season.
What was the chance with Michigan?
77.
77%. They got them favored by 77%. Even with an injured quarterback. So maybe he's not injured to that degree that he's day-to-day or something. I don't know. But they still had those kind of numbers. And you know that this team has an injured quarterback, says they got other pieces, and their backup quarterback must be pretty solid.
Yeah. He came
Must
in
be
and
pretty
played
solid.
pretty good
I
as
think
well.
Indiana is for real. They haven't trailed in any game this year. They put it on the teams that they played, man. They put up some serious numbers, and they crushed Nebraska, a team that we thought in the beginning of the season was a decent team. Now they're not looking so decent. They're not looking
Not at
so
all.
decent.
That ball.
Because
So I'm
the
gonna
way
say,
Indiana did Nebraska was pretty bad. That was pretty bad. And then you think like, how in the world did they beat Colorado? The
Yeah.
way that they beat them,
Yeah.
they just caught Colorado
they
early.
got Colorado
Because right now Colorado balling.
early.
Yeah. They call him early.
Yeah, they balling. They balling. And Indiana's probably the fourth best team in the Big Ten this year. So I'm gonna say they for real.
I like them.
I do too.
I like them too.
do. Thunder and lightning.
What's your biggest surprise? What was your biggest surprise of Week 8 in college football? What was your biggest surprise? It's a lot of them
Yeah,
during that week.
that's what I'm checking out.
I would say
I know the way that Alabama jumped out on Texas. That was a surprise. Just the way that they jumped out on them. Or who was that? I mean, Georgia.
Yeah.
The way that they jumped out, I was surprised. I wasn't expecting that.
I agree. I
Me
do feel you.
neither.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that at all.
I'm gonna go with the team we was talking about, Indiana. I mean, I know they was at home, but I just
that was
I did not expect them to bust
Not
Nebraska up.
Yeah.
Like when I looked at the score, I promise you this. I said, man, that looked like Ohio State when, I forget who y'all played and y'all just beat handily like that. And I'm like, is this Ohio State we watching or is this Indiana? And I'm like, they for real, man. You even though being at home, you would think Nebraska would put up more of a fight than what they did. And
for sure.
And got put in a chokehold, man. One of them old school back in the day, Mr. Williams, rest in peace, at the Windsor Pool chokeholds. You can't get out. Man. Like that's how they did them, definitely.
Yeah. I got a couple more too. The BYU game and the Iowa State game, how close both of them were.
Yeah.
I think we believed that BYU was going to handle Oklahoma State, and not for it to be a dogfight. And the same with Iowa State. And really, Iowa State should have lost.
Agree.
And I didn't catch the BYU game. I didn't catch a lot of it. I tapped in every once in a while. It was too much action going on to really get in much work. But it was really, really a really good game. Tight game.
It was a last drive. One of them Kirk Cousins like drives. It was that type of drive for him to get in.
And now it looks like BYU, and I can't wait for Colorado to play one of them. I hope Colorado really, really can keep building because they're looking good. And now it's looking like they may have a shot.
Yeah, BYU,
they may have a shot.
They got a tough game in the next few weeks. I believe they do play each other as well.
They don't play either one of them. They got it. Colorado, listen, they got a chance they can win the rest of the game.
That's good then.
Cincinnati,
Yep.
Utah, Kansas, and Oklahoma State. They can win.
Yeah, they can get those. We can go get it. We can go get it.
Yeah.
Let's go, Coach Prime.
Man, I hope he comes on. Yeah, I missed him. Kevin Bird was trying to jump in, but I missed him. If you out there, Kev, come on back in.
Come on, Kev.
Yeah. Let me hit
And
him real
like
quick.
the other one was also that Texas A&M and Mississippi State, man. Mississippi State, they was giving them a rough.
They was banging. They was banging. They was banging.
And I mean, it's just like just realizing, and noticing teams out there that even with a 1 or 2 win season so far, they still battling week in, week out. And when they at home, that crowd gonna rally behind them. So that's something to look for as well throughout this season, as far as how it goes with just teams being at home playing these bigger ranked teams as well.
Yeah.
How's it going, Kev? How's
What's
it
going
going?
on,
Doing pretty good, fellas. How y'all
KB,
doing, man?
KB, what it do?
What's up, man?
What happened?
I'm chilling,
We
man.
talking about our
Chilling.
biggest surprise. Yeah. We're talking about our
Hey,
biggest
hey,
surprise
hey,
from weekend,
hey.
man.
Hey, real quick. Look, y'all ain't catch KB's little laugh. KB had a little laugh in there because y'all remember I sent out a text last week that wasn't supposed to go to y'all, and KB gave me a call, make sure everything was
I ain't
everything.
laughing. Nah,
Oh, that's good.
I ain't laughing because of
That's
that.
good. That's good.
Yeah, let's roll though. Let's get it.
I try to get that out of that set if possible. Yeah, I know one of the surprises. One of the surprises for me, man, was Michigan State beat Iowa, man, and they beat them good, like 42-20, something like that.
Wow.
Yeah, 32-20. Yeah.
32-20. Yeah, I never would have expected that. That was a surprise for me.
Yeah.
So are they, can they beat Big Bro this week?
I hope not. We need that win bad.
So what you think, KB? Y'all gonna pull that out? We ain't going no hopes and all of that stuff now.
We need that win bad, just to, save our season. Because if we lose that game, we're gonna looking at probably losing about 6 or 7 games this year, man. So I was hoping to beat Illinois and beat Michigan State, because I think we got 3 more losses for sure coming this year. But we got, we got to pull some of them games out, man. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah, for sure.
It is what it is, though. I'm okay with it. But Indiana looking real good.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, we talked about Indiana earlier. We was asking, was Indiana for real? Are they for real, Kev?
They for real.
They for real.
They for real.
We would have found out.
Y'all, hey, look, y'all play them before we do, KB.
No, y'all don't play them, right?
No, we play Indiana. Y'all play them. They play y'all and us back to back.
Yeah, y'all got them.
So for real, when they get to us, for real, they gonna be beat up.
Yeah.
Because whether they beat Michigan or not, they gonna know they was in a football game. They gonna be beat up coming to us.
I'll
tell you that now. They're gonna be tired.
I don't put Indiana up there with Ohio State, Oregon, Texas, Georgia. Yeah, right. I don't see it just yet. You know what I'm saying? But but they're good though.
Well, they got 2 games. They got us and y'all on their schedule, and if they can impress in either one of those games, that'll put them where they need to be nationally.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, for sure.
It's something that we asked Kev about the Michigan State. I'm just looking at it, and the reason I'm mentioning this because Michigan State normally get a team at 7:30 sometime, and this might be that week, Kev. I hope not, because y'all at home, and you know how Michigan State catch people slipping on the road.
Man, I'm just trying to see how can we start off the gate early. I mean, we can't play from behind. If we're down.
Yeah.
If we're down more than 10 points, I mean, to anybody, the game is over with. I never seen this worse played in a quarterback team in probably years. And I'm being honest. I've never seen this is terrible, man.
You definitely being honest, bro, because I've never seen a defending national champion look like just this horrible all around. And it's some word on the street. that Smith and Graham may be pulling out. Have you heard that? This your squad now.
Oh,
Who
wow.
Smith? Smith who?
Y'all's cornerback and y'all's first round cornerback
Not
and y'all
Smith.
first round lineman. They may pull out.
Not
They
Smith.
saying they definitely not. Even if y'all do go to a bowl game, they already know they're not doing that. So therefore, they're thinking about pulling out so that they don't risk injury or just anything.
Not Smith, Ty. You talking about?
Your
Will
quarterback,
Johnson.
what's your corner's name? Johnson, Will Johnson.
Yeah.
Will Johnson.
Yeah, your cornerback and your D line, and they were saying like, boy, if something like that happened, that could just be catastrophic. Just for they ain't gonna win nothing.
Yeah. There's
If it's the last 2 games, last 3 games, or whatever.
yeah. There's
But it is rumors that they may go ahead and step away and start preparing for the combine.
Yeah, there's 2 games this year. I'm looking at them saying, where's Johnson at? He's not injured. He's on the sideline. So that could be true.
Yeah.
But if I'm Michigan's organization, if I'm their university, I'm telling those guys, listen, man, we not playing for anything right now. Don't risk injury. Go ahead and get prepared for the NFL. Let some of these young guys get that run so we can have some experienced guys going back in the next year. That's what I would do if I was a Michigan, if I had anything to do with Michigan and their organization, man. That's what I would do. I wouldn't want them guys out there on that field risking injury when they got promising careers in the NFL.
The way this season going, especially Graham and Johnson, y'all don't get hurt and mess that NFL money up.
Yeah,
Yeah. I seen it with my own eyes with Florida State last year. We got thumped by Georgia 63-3, but the 14 players that didn't play, they're in the NFL. So, I mean, that's something coaches have to understand now. They taking care of their bodies in ways and wanting to make sure they taking it to that next level as well.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, but look, I don't know what the surprise is for real, to be all the way honest with Michigan, because if you just go back the past 20 years, if you take out the 3 years that Connor Stallion was there, Michigan been horrible. If you go back 3 years from now and then do them last 17 years, they've been horrible. So they just back to reality. This the same way they looked before Connor Stallion came.
I wouldn't say all that, man. I mean, we ain't been horrible.
Bro, look at y'all's record, man. Look at y'all's record since 2000. Y'all have not been the same Michigan for a very, very long time. My son ain't even used to losing to y'all. He 23.
Y'all gonna keep on holding on to that
Okay,
damn Connor Stallion forever, man. It's time to move on with that, man.
No, we moved on. It's a new year, bro. I'm just saying, y'all just back to normal. We moved on. Y'all moved back to how y'all used to be.
Okay, y'all.
It's all good.
Connor Stallion. Okay, we beat y'all 3 straight.
Let the ass kickings commence.
Okay. Connor Stallion. Wow.
All right, hey, I got my little Michigan ran off, y'all. I'm cool.
Let me say something on that real quick, and then we can go to the next question. Because the reality is they found this out before the season started last year, and Michigan still went 13-0.
Yeah, because you gotta remember, once you listen, winning is contagious. You got to remember that. And once you build that winning culture, things get a little easier. And they had a lot of experience. I'm not taking anything from them. They have more seniors than anybody. They have more experience than anybody. And really, regardless of everything, they were supposed to be one of the teams that were supposed to win it last year. You know, just to be in all honesty, they were supposed to be there. And then I'll just say, when you build a nationally ranked program that's nationally ranked year in and year out, you don't have a drop off. You continue them national standards like Georgia, Alabama, Clemson when they were doing there. Clemson has just now fallen down the past 3 years. But before that, you know, they had that national championship attitude. They were recruiting players that wanted to win national championships, that wanted to practice like national champions. Evidently, Michigan's not even practicing like national champions.
You know,
So that culture is not there.
It comes down to recruits. Georgia.
Y'all have all y'all's quarterbacks is 4 stars, bro. All of them 4-star quarterbacks.
Okay.
But we know they just don't. Sometimes they don't. We have a lot of players that don't pan out. Look at Sawyer and JT. They was both 5 stars, and at one point, both of them was the #1 ranked team player in the whole country. And both of them for real trash.
Georgia, Ohio State, Texas, and Alabama is normally the top 4 recruiting classes every year. Michigan is never in the top.
Yeah, we up there. Yeah. But y'all get players. Y'all steal players from us. You know, y'all got Mr. Ohio. Y'all just got our running back, so y'all got to be recruiting good, bro.
That's why
our running back chose to go to Michigan instead of coming and staying home.
Jump on here.
Yeah, that situation that happened in Texas brings us to this next question. Should coaches have 1 challenge per half on any questionable calls?
No.
That's a tough one, no, man.
Too many questionable calls. If you're gonna give me one, let me keep it until I get it wrong.
Right.
But sometimes I'll be seeing them going back and looking at the replay, and they be lying. I've seen them lie before. Like, y'all lied. That was not it.
I think after the incident this weekend, I think we definitely see a change in that. With the fact that they did make that change after the Oregon-Ohio State game. I think we'll definitely see a change. I'm a fan of it just for the fact it keeps the games from reaching a point like that as well. Because just seeing that, you never know what else could happen this season. As you spoke earlier, season's been nuts, you know. And I just feel if you're doing it at NFL, you know, you might as well do it in a college. It'll keep hold of some calls and make things a little easier on both ends.
Is it on the table for this year, or will it start next year?
Next year, they can't bring anything in with the season.
Okay.
I'm just throwing it out there because I've heard, you know, on other channels, I heard them talking about trying to fix that situation because that thing that happened in Texas, man, should not have happened that way at all. And I'm a Texas fan, and it should not have happened that way at all. But they're saying the only fix that you could probably have is if each team get 1 challenge a game. They were saying a game, but I was just saying 1.5 on questionable calls like those holding sometime and some of those pass interference calls, you know, but
man, I'm gonna need more than one. If mine is if I win, I get to keep it. That's how they need to do it. I don't care about slowing down the game, but you got to remember too, they really don't care about getting it right for real. If they did want to, you would also have a referee up in the booth who's just looking at all of the cameras in all angles. Like, we got a holding right there, buddy. Like, they ain't getting away with nothing. But we know you can call a holding on every play. You can call pass interference on every play. You can call everything on every single play.
Right. Agree.
They don't want to get it right. It's too much money in Vegas.
Crazy, man. I say they should. I mean, I don't know. I think it makes a difference, man. I've seen a lot of calls. I think they should do it, man. Why not? Make you work on your craft a little more too, maybe.
Yep. It's gonna happen. You said one per half or what? Or
yeah, they give them one. They give them one. I can see 1.5.
Yeah, 1.5.
Yeah,
they already sped the game up on us. I don't like that. I don't like all that clock running and all of that. I think that's wrong, and they need to go back to how it regularly was. I don't like that the clock don't stop at first downs and all the other little stuff. Now it's just running. Games. Some games go too fast.
Well, you know, they got them TV contracts, so they're trying to make sure that they have those games in that window. That
Hey,
time
that's
frame.
them commercials. You
That's
better
what
run
I'm
them
doing.
commercials and get some of that money back.
T-Y, yo,
What?
City
What,
League.
bro?
Yo,
hey,
he be on
Man,
it.
I'm just
don't
saying
mess up
though.
my game, man. Throw the commercials on if you want to, but don't mess up my game.
Yeah,
Yeah, don't mess up the game. I just don't like how they sped it up. I was like thinking like, what's the reason they saying these games are too long? Games was perfect. It's 4 quarters. He go out of bounds, stop the clock. They go out of bounds now. The clocks keep going. Like, what is going on? I feel like I'm being cheated.
Yeah.
I don't know about y'all, but I feel like I'm being cheated. I'm like, he went out of bounds. Why is the clock still running?
some of them they don't go out of bounds.
What you say, bro?
Some of them when they go out of bounds, the clock still be running.
That's what I'm saying. Like, dude, like they go out of bounds and the clock just keep running. I'm like, what part of the game is this?
Right.
I mean, that decreased stats and everything.
Yeah, for sure. But I mean, hey, I like it the way it is right now myself. So the SEC fined Texas $250,000 for the debris throwing incident. Did Texas deserve to get that fine?
No,
That happened before. I mean, that's a stiff penalty.
no. And they ain't have no control over it.
That's crazy, man.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I definitely don't feel like they
Although
deserve
I didn't like seeing it. I didn't like seeing it. I do think that they could have gave Texas a warning and said, "Listen, man, you got to tell your
Yeah,
fans."
but hit them. But see,
send
that
an
just
email
goes to
out
show you how
all
they
the
play with the
schools.
money.
They definitely got the money.
But that's what I'm
Oh,
saying.
yeah,
That just
yeah,
go to
yeah.
show you how they play around with it. Like, we're gonna find them $250,000 for their fans throwing stuff out on the field that they had absolutely no control over.
No.
Come on, man. See, that's just stupid to me. You punishing me for it. I don't like for people to be punished for nothing. I got whoopings for nothing sometimes because something my cousins did. But I got whooped too because I was there.
Right.
I don't like that, dog. And Texas got punished for something that was out of their control.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
man,
Well, that was a quick one. So I did
Right,
find
that was
out
an
that
easy one.
Cam Rising does have another year of eligibility left.
How old is he? How old is he, Rob?
let me check.
Or how many years has he been in the college league?
He came to Texas in 2019.
That's 5 years ago.
That's 5 years.
He better go into the league, man. But you know he's going to try to come back so he can have a super year.
No, you know what? No,
20.
it might have been 2007. 2000. Yeah, 17. Might have been 2017. Because he came a year after Sam Ehlinger. Sam Ehlinger came in 2016.
He old.
So he
The
came a year
NFL
after
ain't even going to want him when it's time for him to come. He's going to be too old. Well, no, they just took old boy from Georgia. In Alabama, that was 26. But he'll never be nothing in the league.
Do y'all think he's
Some of these
NFL
cats is
quarterback?
bums.
Do you
Huh?
think he's an NFL quarterback? Do you think he's
Yeah,
an
because of
NFL
the color. But, yeah.
I think he is.
To get drafted, and you know they have Georgia's quarterback, you know, labeled as a first rounder or whatever, whatnot. But I don't see it. I don't see him as a franchise quarterback.
Who's that,
I
Beck?
see him as a clipboard holder.
Who?
Beck for whatever that boy
Beck.
name from Georgia.
Nah, Beck gonna be nice.
Okay.
It's like Rising kind of remind me of a Baker Mayfield body prototype. And you know, my thing is leave. Take the year, get your body right. Like we spoke last week. Get your body right. Put yourself in a better position if you want to play at that next level, rather than come back, risk another year playing in college football where you've basically ended your career to where you possibly won't be on the draft board.
But you gotta remember,
go ahead.
You gotta remember, bro. He can come back. They get paid now, so it kind of like it changes the narrative that we're used to seeing. So now he can come back. He still might be. We don't know how much he giving him. They might be giving him a quarter, $3/4 of a mil or a mil or something. You know what I mean? And he may not make it in the NFL. You know what I mean? May not get draft high. If you do get draft low, you don't make much money. You got to get this good NIL money while it's good. Especially these players who are, on that bubble. If you're not in them first 3 rounds, man, you better stay and make your money.
Where did he go to first, y'all?
Where was he?
I think he said Texas, right?
First.
Texas.
Okay, Texas. Okay.
He was at Texas. Him and Thompson came in the same year, and then Cam ended up leaving, and Thompson ended up staying. Charles Thompson's son, Casey Thompson, ended up staying and playing when Sam Ellinger left. The first year Sark was there, he played, and then he went to Nebraska, and then he went somewhere else, and now he's at Oklahoma, which I don't know why Oklahoma ain't playing him. I'm like, you ain't got nobody else to play. You might as well play him. But you never. I think Cam should go ahead and hang it up, man. No.
He gotta get that last year of college ball because they're giving him the money.
Yeah, he gonna have to go get.
You know what I mean?
That's all the money he gonna get. He's not making no
money. It just might be.
They're not. Yeah. But I don't think he's gonna stay at Utah though. He might as well go somewhere else.
Yeah, he gonna try to go even, but I don't know how he gonna try to get a bigger bag coming off an injury.
Yeah, but
you know what I mean?
Is, why would Utah even waste any more time with this guy? He's been hurt 3 years in a row. Why even waste any more time with him?
Yeah, and why give him money to be here?
Let somebody else go ahead.
Exactly.
Yeah, for sure.
That's a long way away. So it might be also hard to get quarterbacks out there in Utah. They may still not be able to get a quarterback that's that good. That's willing to.
I go get him and drive him to Ann Arbor. Hell.
I know that's right.
For sure.
You say you'll go to Utah. You'll go to Utah and pick him up, huh? So give us that 7th year. We know he got experience. I mean, we know he can play college ball. We know that. We know that much. Yeah, we know he can play college ball. He can do that. And pretty good.
For sure. So what's your thoughts on Alabama, Nebraska, Oklahoma, and USC?
All them teams is looking like average teams right now. If I had to make a decision on which team I think is going to have a better record, I'm gonna go with Bama right now. Well, I don't know.
Yeah, for sure. No, I would.
Yeah, and then Nebraska and USC and Oklahoma. But all them teams is they're like tier 3 right now. I'm gonna put Bama in tier 2. So Bama's not done. Bama got what, 2 losses?
Yeah.
They can still Bama can still, win the next 3 or 4 games, but Bama's defense is not playing well this year, and that's what's hurting them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's what's killing them.
Bama is I don't know. They look like a completely different team against Georgia in that first half. They look like they could be top tier, but I believe I go with KB on this one. They definitely on that second level. Nebraska's down on that 4th or 5th level. I'm putting Oklahoma probably on that 3rd and 4th level, and USC probably on that 3rd and 4th level as well. Very disappointing for those brands. All those are big name brand universities, and the way that they're playing this year with this exciting 12-team playoff, which just gives you that much more of an opportunity to make it when you do have that big name is pretty sad for those. It definitely Alabama, Oklahoma, and USC, because those are teams who have been in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Nebraska hasn't. Those three teams have been in the 4-team playoffs.
Yeah. I agree.
BCS games and all of that.
You asked me, I'm very disappointed, and I'm definitely disappointed in USC team I picked and thought, very highly of, even coming into the Big Ten. Bama, definitely disappointed. It's like they went to Tuscaloosa, but they're not rolling like the Tide normally rolls. And that's, like you said, on the defensive side of the ball. It's just a different team. When their defense is not playing, Alabama's not the team that we're used to seeing, because they come with that hard hat on defense, especially in the secondary. And that's something that's been a question all year as we continue to see. Nebraska, they showed us something against Colorado, and we still trying to find who they are here after that win weeks later. And Oklahoma, tough defense, but, when you losing and missing, half of your offense with a receiving core that's depleted, I think that hurts you a lot. And that's something they've been dealing with all year, is the injury bug. If they would have been a little healthier, I think they wouldn't be a team on this list, even Alabama, Nebraska, USC still being there. But with that being said, definitely just my feelings on how they are this season for sure.
Now, real quick, fellas, going back to Bama, will most fans blame the coach for their season or what?
You said blame the coach, bro?
I'm saying most fans, start blaming Bama's coach, or you think, what do y'all think?
I think so.
I think for sure that they're blaming that coach, man. And and the reason why I say that is because if you look at some of the things that some of these Alabama players are doing, you would have never seen them do that with Nick Saban on that sideline, man. Like the kid kicking that football, throwing his mouthpiece. Something else happened too in one of the games with one of them Alabama players, and I'm like, dude, if Nick Saban was y'all's coach, y'all would not be doing none of that mess.
Ever.
So I'm thinking the fans are blaming it on the coach.
I agree.
I mean, you have to. You have to. But still, too, I'll take that back. You don't have to. These are still Nick Saban's players. Every last one of these players are players with the character that Nick Saban approved of. It worked for Nick. It just ain't working for this new coach. These players had these same attitudes with Saban. Saban knew how to deal with them. Saban knew how to get the most out of them. I don't know if he ignored it or they just respect him that much, but these are still Saban's players, and they're just showing their true colors right now. Because you're right, they would never do that under Nick Saban. Because there were standards, championship standards.
Can't see him doing that.
I agree, definitely.
For sure. I don't know. Lincoln Riley and they just signed Brent Venables to another extension too. I don't know why they did that. That was stupid. He hadn't even proven that he could do anything yet, and they gave this man, I think, a 10-year extension. Like $7 million a year or something like that. And Lincoln Riley, I don't know, man. Is he just an offensive coordinator? He's not a good head coach. I don't know, man. He ain't. But to lose to Maryland,
hey, it was pretty.
You almost beat Penn State.
That's tough.
That's not good.
That's not good.
Strawberry lemonade.
Hold on. Maryland beat USC?
Yeah, they beat USC last week, 29-28.
Oh, yeah, somebody killed USC last week.
Yep.
They beat them
29-28.
Maryland.
28.
Maryland, yeah.
You beat them.
29-28, yeah. Yeah. If you are
Might help, right?
NFL general manager, if you draft Carson Beck, Quinn Ewers in the first round, would you draft either one of those quarterbacks in the first round? You're the general manager of the team.
They're gonna get. I know Ewers for sure, and probably Beck too, just because of who they are. Just because of who they are. I'm seeing, like I already said about Beck, and it could be the same for Ewers too. These may just be two good college quarterbacks. It's just a different game in the NFL, and some of them may come in and have some quick success. I would say like a Kyler Murray, who I'm very disappointed in right now, little small quarterback, refuses to throw the ball to Marvin Harrison Jr., which is just a disgrace. But I just don't see these quarterbacks. I love how Ewers throw the ball. I like him. He like a gunslinger, but he's showing that he's fragile. He appears to be very fragile. Now, this your guy. Am I wrong?
When
Yeah,
I
that's
was,
what
yeah, I choose
No,
Quinn.
you're right. You're right. He's very fragile. Very fragile.
Like it's tough because I looked at the 4-year resume that Beck has compared to the 3-year resume that Quinn Ewers have. I would take Quinn knowing the physicality that he has to get better with, but I think when you go through an offseason in an NFL workout, I think if you want to get better, I think that's where it shows. If you want to get to that next level and be a quarterback or play your position in the NFL when it comes to that physical nature. And if he has to get better to be in the NFL on the physical side, I think he improves on that. And we can't forget he still actually have another year of college football left if he want to play.
Both these quarterbacks, I think all depends on where these NFL teams go in the draft, like far as pick wise. I don't think no NFL team gonna be like excited, like, oh man, we got to get one of these QBs, But if they can, the team is looking for a backup quarterback in that late first round, both of these quarterbacks could be taken.
Neither one of them can help the Cleveland Browns. So really, that tells me that they're not first rounders. I'm looking at it now this year as if this quarterback can go step in and help Cleveland. If you ain't that, you ain't a first rounder.
Right.
Interesting. I like the way you
Okay,
broke that.
well, let me ask you this. Is there any quarterback in college right now who can help the Cleveland Browns?
Yes.
I think it might be a couple.
I think it's at least two.
Right off the back, I'm thinking maybe Shador, maybe Cam.
Those my two right there.
Same here. Both my two feel the same way about them.
Yes.
But I don't know if the Browns have a terrible record this year, maybe to have a first round. I wouldn't want to get any of those quarterbacks at the number 1 pick, though. That's just me.
Yeah, because I don't think that there is that Caleb Williams or that Vince Young or I don't think we have that this year. And I don't even know what's coming. I don't know what's coming behind. If there's somebody that's a year off or something, some type of gunslinger out here that we're not thinking about. And I hate when I see a quarterback do real good because Gabe from out there in Oregon, the way he played against us, looked like he could go anywhere.
Right.
When you say Kyler Murray, that's exactly who I think of. I think of Kyler Murray and stuck in there even more.
A lot of these cats just great. They're just great college quarterbacks, man. You see them go, and they become clipboard holders.
That is true, Todd.
Especially a lot of them Alabama quarterbacks. Or a lot of them Alabama championship quarterbacks. They have just been average quarterbacks in the NFL. Look at boy up in New England now. What he had, he came in his rookie year and did okay, and you ain't gonna ever hear from him again.
Matt Jones.
Yeah, Matt Jones. You know, what's the name from Alabama that's at Carolina, stinking up the place now? Lost his starting job. Stinks.
Yeah.
Stinks.
Man. Whew.
Yeah, I think Shador and Cam are the top. And plus, they know how to make plays when they're under duress too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Carson Beck or Quinn Ewers, they get up under duress, they're gonna do a pick.
But look, guess what, y'all?
Stupid.
Guess what? Coach Prime ain't gonna let Shador come to Cleveland. I could dream all I want.
I mean,
Coach Prime ain't letting it happen. He already basically said he only got like 3 or 4 teams that he wants Shador to even go to.
yeah, but they said
He wants Shador to go to a championship organization. Huh?
Raiders.
The Raiders
Browns.
ain't no championship organization no more, bro.
Yeah.
Not no more.
He on the
They
Browns
used to be.
draft
They
board
ain't no
heavy.
more.
Yeah, he on the Browns draft board real happy. Hey, we might have to set out a court for Cam. Because, you know, Shador about to pull a Eli Manning. I ain't going.
Right.
Don't pick me because I ain't going.
Coach Prime go get Cam some of that nail money. Go to Cleveland. Man.
All right, we got one more question in the chat, and then if y'all got any other questions y'all want to entertain, we can do that. What's the biggest game in Week 9 of college football? What y'all think is going to be the biggest game this week?
I had some. Who was that? Who was that Oregon playing this week? Was it Oregon?
They got Illinois this week.
Is it Oregon and Illinois? Yeah, I'm interested.
Where's that game at?
And Oregon and Illinois, Alabama and Missouri. It's in Oregon.
It'll be a blowout.
You got the blowout. You got Oregon blowing them out.
It'll be a blowout.
I got a better banger for you over
Illinois played Michigan too good and too strong, man.
Yeah.
For them to not be the truth, I think I believe in them.
It's too much speed. Oregon's team, watch. Too much speed.
Huh?
Too much.
But they let Purdue live too long. You think they come home and get on the right track with this one, Kev?
Purdue hung up what? 49 on Illinois? Or was that? No, not Illinois. Purdue put up
When they did 49-50.
Yeah.
Do 49.
I was going with that battle for number 1 in the SEC with a team nobody's seen. And I told y'all, I got a feeling about this team like Alabama. I've been chopping it up about them. And it's Noose in the crew. Them LSU Tigers at them Texas A&M Aggies. And it's at 7:30 p.m. And that's for
Buying LSU.
I think, man, I'm the way LSU is playing football, they win this game, and this is the game that after the weekend went, I said it kind of opened the door for LSU in a way to kind of take a step up, in the SEC as well as, the rankings and the playoff outlook. So I have them winning this game, even though it's at Texas A&M. I have them winning in a close one, touchdown at the most.
Yeah, I do too. I don't believe in Texas A&M either.
I just like that LSU team, and then that Notre Dame and the Navy gonna be a great one too. They got to go to Navy and play.
Check this one out. Number 17 Boise State at UNLV. The winner of this game is the front runner to get the 12th slot in the 12-team playoff as the non-power 4 school. That must be stop it, boy.
But Boise gonna get them.
Remember when we had spoke, I think, and we had mentioned this game. Remember when we spoke and mentioned this game? I said this is my upset pick 2 weeks ago, and I got it marked on my book. My upset pick.
Man,
I'm not playing.
Offense, man. That Brennan Marion go-go offense, man, is legit, bro. And UNLV,
they can score. They definitely scoring points.
They're gonna have to stop that run game from Boise State. But I'm telling you right now, man, that offense they got is
Yeah,
sick.
it's crazy, man.
Brandon
Yeah,
Barry's gonna get in
they
a
put
head
up
coaching
points.
job in a couple of years, man.
Yeah,
Check them out then.
Why it got to be a couple years?
yeah, if they see something and they out there, they will audible. And they will
It's gonna
go
be a
after.
couple of years. It's gonna be a
Like,
couple of years.
I tell you, that UNLV team
Not,
is
well, not
scary.
unless a smaller school job come over, he can take that.
And my buddy at work, he said, Mike, that be
All
getting
right, well,
on.
that was the last one I had, homies. If y'all,
Yeah, I like that. That's just the pick of the week. That
I don't know if y'all
UNLV.
got another one, another question or two y'all want to throw out there.
Hey, I got something. I got something for y'all for that game last night, Baltimore and Tampa Bay. And I'm also a little salty about it because it caused me to lose my fantasy game to the player that's in first place. I was winning the game. The game was a blowout.
Right.
The game was a blowout, and Tampa Bay had absolutely no way in the world they was going to come back and beat Baltimore.
Right.
And to me, it cost them their number one wide receiver.
Yeah.
It cost them their number one wide receiver because really all y'all were doing was putting up points and padding y'all stats. Like even Baker Mayfield, he could have ended up getting hurt on the last play of the game, you scrambling and you running. Not to go score a touchdown, but just to get as many yards as you can on his run. And he actually got smacked. Like he didn't go slide down and say, all right, I'm down, it's over with. Let's get out of here healthy. You know, the only thing that could have came out that game yesterday when Tampa Bay was down those 24 points was an injury. It was never really interesting, even when they cut it down to 10. Y'all not winning this game. Baltimore was moving the ball at will.
I am looking forward to see what kind of numbers Baker gonna put up now since both his receivers are down.
Oh, he in trouble. He in trouble. And you got your and look, here's another thing too. Goodwin was on my cousin's team, and that last catch is what gave him more points than me. And Goodwin ended up going out for the season. I'm like, wow, that was just the whole thing. And just knowing like why y'all doing this, man? Why do y'all have these players out here? They should have been sitting on the sideline, 5-10 minutes into the fourth quarter. And everybody just going, licking your wounds, get ready for the next game. It cost them their number one quarterback when in reality, they had absolutely no way to come back and win that game. None. What about Travis? What about Henry? Did y'all? Hey, real quick. Did y'all hear Jerry Jones talking about we ain't want to? Yeah, Henry's doing good, but I wouldn't say he'd be doing that if he was here. Y'all hear him talking that smack, trying to justify why he didn't pick up Henry?
That sounds like something Jerry Jones would say.
That's what he did. You know he can't account for none of his BS and non-knowledge of football.
Yeah, that's why he didn't go to Dallas. I think that goes to show, like, the problems Dallas having is not just that football team, man. We all looked at it. I've been looking at it for years and said he got to go, man. He caused more issues for that organization than a little bit. And when you say something about a Hall of Fame like player and you wanted him in your organization, that says a lot about you and your character as well. So
right.
I don't know what Cowgirl fans, I'm sorry, fans, but what they going to do about this one. But that's going to be a tough pill to swallow the rest of the season. That's coming from your owner, your boss.
Yeah.
Does Derrick Henry have a chance to be the only NFL running back to rush for 2,000 yards twice in the season? I mean, twice in 2 seasons?
2 different teams. Yeah.
It's possible.
The first running back to rush.
Is he up there? Is this yardage like that right now?
Yeah, he leading the league.
Yeah, I know he's leading the league.
He on pace.
He on pace for.
He's on pace to get 2,000.
Yeah, he on pace for I think to break his to get forget whose record. Like he's on pace for it this year. Like he's at MVP
He's on pace to
grade.
pass, I think, Barry Sanders.
Yep, that's
I
which
think
one.
he's
Yep,
on pace to pass Barry Sanders
yep,
and
that's what it is.
and to rush for 2,000 yards and be the only running back to do it in 2 separate seasons, I believe.
Yep, 2 different teams as well. Yeah, that's crazy.
What's this? Seven games, and he's sitting on what 8 something?
Rumbling.
Yeah, he's sitting on 873, which is might as well say 900 with 10 games left.
Yeah, him and Lamar Jackson probably shot.
Pretty impressive, but you got to understand too. He probably ain't gonna play the last game or 2, possibly, depending on what their record is like. I'm liking Baltimore right now. I'm liking Baltimore right now, and it doesn't matter who you're a fan of. Those boys, they look impressive.
Yeah,
I can't wait to see the Baltimore-Pittsburgh game.
definitely.
I already know what they're gonna do to my Browns, and my Bengals should have beat Baltimore in that first game. We know how to play. We know how to play against Baltimore, and we know how to stop Henry. So they don't really phase us much. We actually let one slip away from us. We should have got him.
Should have got him. Definitely.
All right, y'all. Well, that's all we got for tonight. We can go ahead and wrap it up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Go ahead and wrap it up. You gonna handle the live again tomorrow, Level Up Sports 10?
Cool. If you want me to do what we doing tomorrow, do the college.
We're doing tomorrow Wednesday. We're doing the NFL games. Yeah. Casey said he wasn't gonna be able to make it tomorrow, but he'll be back next Wednesday.
Okay.
But I don't know if there's anybody else that can jump on with you.
Yeah, I tried to hop on. They gave me 3 games yesterday, so I tried to listen in for a minute, and then they gave me 3 games. I ain't get out there till like 9:45 last night. I want to say I was mad, but I put $90 in my pocket, so I wasn't really that mad.
Gotcha. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, I could do it.
What time you get off work, Mossberg?
I'm off early.
What time you get off work?
About 1. I should be off by 1 tomorrow. Another early morning, because I'll be up early. I get up. I think y'all might still be asleep when I'm at work.
You know what? I work from home tomorrow. We might be able to do it early.
Okay.
You know, if that sounds good to you.
If y'all do early, like what? Early, like what?
What you come home and go take a nap, Mossberg?
Cause you know we ain't got like my games start. I got to be there at like 6:35 or so.
Yeah, we
like
can do
5.
it.
What about
5?
3 o'clock?
I'm good. Anytime before that, I'm even better.
That's cool. We could do it. You said 3.
I'm saying 3 o'clock. What about 3 o'clock?
Yeah.
Yeah, we ain't got no kids tomorrow, Rob.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. So 3
I can do that.
Let's do it at 3.
All right, cool. That'll work.
Okay, cool.
I'll be there.
At 3 o'clock.
Okay.
All right, cool. That'll work.
All right, bro. Peace out, man.
All right,
WTP Sports, dude. We out of here in the building.
Yes, sir.
Peace.
Peace.